first question has to do, how much prep work do you have to do to watch the new Flash movie? Check it out.
Hi, John and crew. This is Jordan from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm a big fan of Michael Keaton, and I love his portrayal of Bruce Wayne / Batman. I love what Andy Muschietti achieved when directing the It movies, chapters 1 and 2. Long story short, I'm going to go see The Flash, but I need some guidance. I am not well-versed in comic book movies and cinematic universes, all that stuff, so I'm just wondering, for me or for anyone else, what homework I should do before seeing The Flash movie. Maybe I can walk in blind, maybe not. I don't know. You saw it. What film should we watch to prepare in order to see this movie?
All right, Jordan, thanks a lot for calling that in. You know, it's a great question. Saw Flash a couple weeks ago at CinemaCon. It did not live up to the hype that Warner Brothers was like, it's the greatest comic book movie of all time. No, it's not. But it's great. It's really, really good. I was tremendously entertained by the film, and I had a blast watching it. And it seemed like everybody, just about everybody in the theater that I came across who saw it as well, had a ball of a time. But the question will become, okay, how am I going to be able to watch this movie? Will I get it? Like, if I haven't watched a whole bunch of other stuff, because that's becoming a problem in not just Marvel. We've talked about it becoming a problem with Marvel, but for DC too. It's like, do you have to do homework? Is this a safe movie to be an entry point if you never watched any other stuff? So I'm going to propose 3 movies here to you that to prepare yourself, or what you don't need to do to prepare yourself to watch The Flash. I'm going to recommend a movie that you don't need to see. I recommend a movie that would be helpful if you saw, and then a movie I think you probably should see before watching The Flash. All right, so let's go with the first one here. The first one that you don't need to see. I don't think you need to see the Michael Keaton Batman movies. Now, don't get me wrong, you should watch the Michael Keaton Batman movies just because they're awesome. But in context of, do you need to see the Michael Keaton Batman movies in order to get Flash? You really don't. And that's because they do such a great job of just bringing in Michael Keaton as Batman. It's like, you get it. This is a different realities Batman. You don't really need to have background information on the previous things that happened in Michael Keaton's movies. They don't really become relevant in this. And there's something else that's relevant, but it would be a spoiler to say. It's sufficient to say that it's really, you don't need to watch that one. So if you're getting ready to go see Flash, and you're like, how much do I need to watch? Do I need to watch the Michael Keaton Batman movies? I would suggest, having seen Flash, you don't need to watch the Michael Keaton Batman movies. Although I would recommend you do it anyway, just to watch them, but you don't need to watch them to watch Flash. All right. Let's move on to a film then that I would suggest would be helpful. Not necessary, but certainly helpful. And that's Man of Steel. You guys know what I'm going to say. The most underrated comic book film of all time, Zack Snyder's Man of Steel.
Oh, sorry.
Love this movie. Now, there is definitely, you can see from the trailers that there are plot points connected to Man of Steel. Well, John, why would you say it would be helpful to see Man of Steel rather than you must watch it? I would say because of the tremendous job Andy Muschietti did by making it all self-contained. Like, the things in Flash that are connected to the events of Man of Steel are so well explained in the movie itself. The Flash movie itself so well explains the issues and items and scenes from Man of Steel that are relevant to this Flash movie. They explain it so perfectly that, honestly, while it would still be helpful for you to watch Man of Steel first, I think you'll catch more of the nuance. You might appreciate some of the stuff even more. It's not absolutely necessary. So while you don't need to watch the Michael Keaton Batman movies, I would suggest, if you've got the time, watching Man of Steel would be very helpful. But if you can't get around to Man of Steel, don't think you got to cancel your tickets for Flash, because I still think you'll be okay. All right. So if our don't need to see it is Michael Keaton's Batman, and our would be helpful to see it, I would say there is one that is necessary, and that's Justice League, whichever flavor you want, whether you want the theatrical or the HBO version. Because I think a lot of the stuff that I appreciated a lot about Barry in this movie builds on foundational understandings of the character from Justice League. Now, you can go and watch Flash without having seen Justice League. You can, and you'll get it. But I think there's so much of the movie and so much of the character and so much of the nuance of the character that will be lost on you that I think it will significantly affect your enjoyment level of the film. And so that's why if you've only got time to watch one movie as homework before seeing Flash, I would suggest either flavor of Justice League. If you've got a little bit more time, I would suggest watching Man of Steel. And then, hey, if you got nothing but time, go ahead and watch the Batman movies with Michael Keaton, although they're not necessary in order to watch The Flash. So that's what I would suggest. Now, Chris, you strategically skipped out on watching Flash when we were in Vegas.
I did.
So
I taught people instead. My husband saw it, though.
What's that?
My husband saw it. Logan went and saw it.
Oh,
in my
yeah,
stead.
that's right.
Yeah.
Logan did see that.
He gave me a play-by-play, beat for beat of everything that happened in this movie.
Did Logan give you any sort of indication about like how much somebody might need to see in order to go in and watch Flash or anything like that?
I mean, he really enjoyed the Keaton stuff so much that I do think that it might be nice to familiarize yourself with it if you've never seen those movies. And if you're a fan of this show, I assume you have. But hey, I haven't seen Gladiator. Things are crazy, so maybe you haven't seen this. So I would recommend that based on what he's talked about, just because he really enjoys this version of Batman. He's a big Michael Keaton fan, and he said that he's the real standout in this film. So that might be something that you could go do. Justice League makes sense to me. As much as I don't want to watch that movie again, I will be watching that again before I go see Flash, just so I can refresh myself on things.
All right, guys. Question is for you. Have you thought about this? Like maybe I think probably a lot of people who watch the show are probably well-versed on all the three of those films that we've talked about, but maybe you're not. Were you thinking about getting caught up? You're going to follow my recommendations? Maybe not. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comments section below and leave your thoughts there. We want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. From the gas pump to the grocery store, your utility bills and favorite streaming services, inflation is everywhere. Seriously, make it stop. Thankfully, there's one company out there that's giving you a much needed break. It's Mint Mobile. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know that ever since I switched to Mint Mobile, I've been saving almost 70% a month over my old phone plan. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All of their plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.